This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. And in this review, I'm going to talk about the game Pac-Man Versus, which was released on the Nintendo GameCube by Nintendo and Namco, and it was later ported to the Nintendo DS as part of the compilation game Namco Museum DS, and the other compilation game on the Nintendo Switch simply called Namco Museum. And this game is essentially a multiplayer game where the goal is to get a certain number of points and everything. Now, the interesting thing about Pac-Man Versus on the GameCube is that it's available on as a standalone game or as a part of a two-part combo pack with Pac-Man World 2 and everything. And essentially, you can pick between 2 to 4 players in the game and everything. Where the setup is that one person uses the Game Boy Advance, and the other 3 people pretty much use the GameCube controller and everything. Now, essentially, when you pick out what you want to do, first you choose between 7,000 points, 10,000 points, or 15,000 points. And you essentially you can pick from 6 different mazes, which are like the original Pac-Man stage, Panic Pier, Frantic Forest, R.I.P. Park, Manic Manor, and Haunted Hill. And essentially, once that is done, essentially the computer determines who controls Pac-Man and who controls the ghost and everything. And the person who controls Pac-Man uses the Game Boy Advance, while the other 3 people control the ghost via the GameCube controllers and stuff like that. And if the one player you controlling Pac-Man dies, then the computer switched to somebody else to be control Pac-Man, while the other person control one of the ghosts along with the other 2 players and stuff like that. And essentially, the winner is determined by which is the 7,000, 10,000, or 15,000 points first and everything. And essentially, I believe Pac-Man Versus is the only game that I'm aware of where it doesn't have a save feature or anything. And another interesting point is that within the game, within Pac-Man Versus, you can hear Mario's voice, and that stems from Shigeru Miyamoto, who came in and designed Pac-Man Versus, you know what I'm saying, from mazes to what you can see on the Game Boy Advance screen and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? This is why this game has been only on the GameCube, Nintendo DS, and the Switch and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now, essentially, the graphics and design are pretty good. You know what I'm saying? With some excellent color palettes. Everything essentially to me pretty much looks like the original and stuff, like original Pac-Man game, and that's essentially a good thing, you know what I'm saying. And I do like the different um maze designs that's in Pac-Man Versus, whether you're talking about the original Pac-Man maze or like R.I.P. Park or Haunted Hill, something like that, you know what I'm saying. Now the gameplay is pretty good, you know what I'm saying, along with the controls. And I do like the fact that you have one person controlling Pac-Man and the other 3 people control the ghosts and stuff like that. It's like a little challenge and everything, and a little competition and stuff like that. Now the soundtrack is pretty good, you know what I'm saying. It's pretty like consistent with what you would hear within the Pac-Man game and stuff like that. Now, the only gripe that I do have is the fact that Pac-Man versus don't have a save feature, which quite honestly doesn't make any sense to me, considering that a lot of other games that were released on the GameCube pretty much have a save feature on it. Whether you're talking about, say, Blood Rain or Resident the Resident Evil remake, or Metroid Prime, or WWE Day of Reckoning 2. All those games, along with a ton of others, have that save feature. This is something that should have been a no-brainer to include a save feature. You know what I'm saying? You could have saved some stats and stuff like that, like a top 10 scores or something. I don't know. But it would have been nice if Pac-Man versus had a save feature on it. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I would say that Pac-Man versus is a pretty good game, pretty good multiplayer game for like 6 or 7 people to take turns, like playing this game for like an hour or two and stuff like that. And I would definitely recommend it to people who are fans of the Pac-Man series and stuff. As far as the score, I definitely give it an 8 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? It's mainly because of the no save features. Just don't make any sense to me not to have it. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, you can sound off in the comment section about Pac-Man versus whether you played it on the GameCube, DS, or the Switch under the two Namco Museum compilation games. You know. Now, I would say that with the compilation games, of the gameplay, I will imagine be different, but still you can still talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, if you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. This is your boy Big Metro Fan 12 signing off.